Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming on Overcoming Life Issues. I am delighted to be here as well. And for those who are online, and please feel free to like my videos, make comments on the videos, as well as subscribe to my channel. I would really love that. Today, I welcome you again. Welcome to this channel. Today, I wanted to review one or two things that we have accomplished. We have been through how to love yourself. We have been through what you expect when you receive Jesus into your life. And for those who have not been here, go to my channel and go over some of those videos because as some of the things that I've covered already, sometimes I talk about it again. So we spoke about last week we spoke about how to love yourself because God loves you so much. How to love others as you love yourself. And that's last week's video. And we spoke about a little bit about love, which is one of the fruit of the Spirit. And today I want to review the fruit of the Spirit. And you should know that it's not fruits, it's just singular. Fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. So we said we last week that we were only going to touch on love. Today I'm going to show you how you can have joy in your life, which is the second fruit of the Spirit. And then we're going to find a place for all the rest. But today we are going to look at how to experience joy in your life. And as a result of that, we're going to break this topic down into four areas. You must strive to have a balanced life. The second is you must enjoy the things you really like to do. And if you are not doing the things you like to do, you must plan ahead to make that happen. And lastly, you must do something positive to help others. And that is keeping in step with you must love your neighbor as yourself. So we have been focusing a lot on that. A balanced life includes a life of prayer and worship. When you pray, praise, and worship God, you're entering a communication with Him. When you're praying, praising, and worshiping God, your Father, you are doing a great thing for yourself because now you are communicating with the with God who has made the universe, and you are praising Him and praying and saying your needs and bringing your needs towards Him, and He's listening to you as often as you can pray, praise, and worship Him. And you can do prayer and worship in a number of ways. You don't have to spend hours and hours, but if you want to spend hours, it's fine. But if you don't have hours to spend, you can spend a few minutes before God, morning, noon, and night. And then there are prayers and praise and worship songs on YouTube that you can listen to before you go to bed every night, and that will actually help you to be in that mood. What does prayer, praise, and worship do for you? You enter in a communication with God. Secondly, God hears your prayers. He he gives you that feeling of direction. He guides you in everything that you're about to do. You listen to God's whisper. He might speak to you in dreams, or he might speak to you spirit to spirit, and you get a sense of what your direction is. You got a sense of what you are supposed to do for God, and when you're supposed to do it, and how you're supposed to do it, and where you're supposed to do it. He gives you purpose. He gives you purpose. So you're able to understand all of those things I just mentioned. When you're supposed to, how you're supposed to do something, what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to do it, and where you're supposed to do it. And God's timing is always the best timing. So it's not good for you to go alone, because when you go in your own strength, you may not always do the things that God would like you to do or when you should do it. Sometimes you might miss his timing and go too soon. And and I want to say too that prayer, praise and worship puts you in a real good feeling with God, and it also improves your character, and it improves you, because when you think in terms of prayer, praise and worship, you're not going to want to hate your brother or your sister or your cousin or your aunt. You're not going to want to be unforgiving to people. You're not going to be angry too much with your spouse, because you're in daily prayer. You're in daily prayer with the Father, and you are in that mode of communion that your whole life is going to change. Your whole your atmosphere, the things that you did before, that will change. And now you will have, for example, if you weren't a peaceful person before, now you are. If you weren't, if you didn't have self-control before, now you do. If you weren't kind before, now you are. And so communication with God will build you up, and test you and help you to understand that now you are experiencing the fruit of the Spirit. Now you're having joy, because you're communicating with God, you're loving God, and you simply have changed your perspective on life. So now you have joy. So the second area that you should do is you must enjoy the things that you like to do. What do you like to do? Do you like bicycling, or uh, riding on your motorcycle in the heat? Do you like gardening, sewing, journal writing, travel writing? What do you like to do? Traveling to various countries, meeting different folks. All of that is going to eat out with friends, eat out with your spouse, whatever you like to do and enjoy doing, you should continue to do. Because life is short. The summer is short, and if you keep on postponing to do what you really want to do, time is of the essence. And before you know it, the summer is going to be over. And you would not have done the things that you really like to do. Even when you're on vacation, you can still continue on the same praying, praising God. When you're riding a bike or you're taking a long walk on the Cape or wherever you go on vacation, you can still be in that mode of prayer, praise, and worship. And as I said, you don't have to do it for long hours. If you do not, if you do not do the things that you really want to do, and I know I'm in that, I sometimes do not always get to do the things I like to do because I am caring for a special needs daughter, and it takes a lot of time. And I wish I can take her with me, but it might be a lot of work. So not always I get a chance to do the things I like to do, but you could plan ahead and do the things that you would like to do. And I would like to suggest that if you like to travel or you like gardening and you think in terms of trying to chart the course of a particular plant in your garden, you can buy a journal, a gardening journal, to write about this particular plant that you have been trying to have grown in your garden, and it has been a little difficult. And then all of a sudden it grew over the years, or it took a few months to grow, or what have you. You may also want to do a personal journal to talk about yourself, your moods, your mood swings, how your emotional feelings, and how that has improved over the time. So this is what I would like us to do. People who would look at this video later on, or even today or tonight. I want you to decide what type of journal you would like to do. And we are all in this together. For those who would like to do a personal journal, I would like you to go out and purchase a notebook, nice and thick. And that's going to be a personal journal where you can write once a day, once a week, once a month. You can do whatever you think is best for you. There's, this is not a school or where you have to do what the teacher says. You can do what is best. So buy a notebook, and that would be an assignment for those who would like to be interested, for those who are interested in doing this assignment. And we will discuss what we did, in the chat. We will discuss how we did and so on. So we will discuss what we were able to write in our journals, or even not even that we actually did write in our journals. That's more important than knowing what you wrote in. What you wrote in your journal is your personal affairs. Okay. And to those who like traveling, I would like you to buy a journal just to write about your traveling. So, and have a place where you can put some pictures of your trip in there too, on the face of the trip. So one side will be writing, and one page would be all the pictures from the trip. And those who like gardening could do the same. Have a gardening journal. Or there might be some of you who are thinking in terms of a grateful, being grateful to God for what has happened in your life, and so that would be a gratitude journal. And for those who like gardening, that would be a gardening journal that you want to keep. So put that in the chat when you come back the next week, for those who return, and tell me how you did with your writing. And the reason I said that, that's how I started writing books, when I would write in my journal wherever I go, on vacations, on a retreat, on a weekend getaway. I would write in my journal once a year, even. And then it became a pattern of life for me. And then the last thing that will make you joyful is when you are able to help others. And and there's so many ways you can help others, and I've mentioned that in a previous video. One of the things that you can do is help teenagers, help at the YMCA's, help at teen centers. um, Boston Public School usually has, I don't know if it's run by the city. The city has centers for teens after school, and you can just get in there and volunteer your time. And then there's senior citizens also, where you can help as well. So you will be helping your neighbor as yourself. And again, when you give of yourself, and help others, it helps you mature spiritually, and it improves your well-being because you're helping somebody else. So I want to thank you for listening to this video, and I and I and I hope that you will put some of these journals into practice. And let's talk to each other by chat next week and see how this video, this journal plan has worked for any or all of you. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like the video, make comments on it, and if you haven't before, subscribe to my channel. I'll appreciate it. And don't forget to log on to my website at joanmblake.com for books, blogs, podcasts on insights on healing. And you can subscribe right on my website to a podcast. It's very soothing and you would enjoy it. May God bless you and keep you, and may his light shine upon you and give you peace, joy, love, long suffering, forbearance, faithfulness, kindness, and all the fruit of the Spirit. In Jesus' name, blessings to you. Bye for now.